Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Be here with the UntitledGameShow.com, and I'm here to talk about what's been happening with YouTube's claim system. I'm here with
Jump from the Game Z.
Yep, so we're here, and YouTube today sent out an email to all of us content makers, and they try to explain that what's happening with the content ID system and the raise of copyright claims. And to me, they have completely failed. Now, I'm just gonna give you some background right now. Me personally, I am with an MCN, that's a partner network. Jem, you're not, right?
Nope, I'm by myself.
He's by himself, so you get two perspectives right here. I've been YouTube for a few years. He basically just started out right now this year, going a little harder, right?
Yeah.
So we have two different perspectives: somebody who is partnered and somebody who's not partnered, and giving you guys what we think. And we both think this email is complete bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because first thing it starts off with what's happening. If you guys don't know what's happening, I'll have a link in the description to Kotaku. They have a great article about it. But to put it plain and simply, multi-channel networks like myself have been getting scanned for copyright ID claims, and our videos can get flagged. That's what YouTube puts it as what's happening right now. But the issue is way bigger than that. What about when you get claims from people who have no rights to the videos? Not for music, but for visual content. This has happened with people like Tomb Raider. There's people out there claiming Tomb Raider videos who are not Tomb Raider. There's people out there claiming Square Enix footage, which is not Square Enix. There's people out there claiming Valve footage when Valve has a policy that all their games, including Portal 2, have completely could be played on YouTube and be monetized. That is a policy from Valve. If you do not believe me, I will have a link in the description about that. Why is YouTube not, to you, Jem, why do you think YouTube is not addressing the fact that there are companies out there who are falsely claiming videos that they do not own?
They're making enough money for themselves already.
Thank you, right? No matter what happens, if the video is monetized, they make money, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I monetize it or if some fake guy monetize it. From the you click the little monetize button, somebody's making me make money, and YouTube has to get their cuts. So of course they're not going to address that in their email, guys. There are people out there and with videos on YouTube of other big YouTube channels where they're getting claims from a company called Valve. Ladies and gentlemen, Valve does not claim Portal 2 gameplay because they have a policy that I can link to you that say that you're allowed to monetize your gameplays, your reviews, and upload them to YouTube. So it ain't Valve. It ain't the company Valve that owns Steam. It's not them. They even said it wasn't them. So that's complete bullshit. Situations like me where I got a video claimed for visual content from somebody who claiming Gran Turismo content. My dude, who owns Gran Turismo? Sony and Prolificity Digital, the developer, right?
Yeah.
How does some other random third-party company say that they own the footage in Gran Turismo? That doesn't make no sense.
It makes no sense
It makes absolutely no sense that YouTube doesn't give a situation like that. What about them saying turn off the background music in the games? That's complete ass bullshit. What about when I did my Grand Theft Auto review, right? What are you telling me? I'm not supposed to have the theme music? How am I supposed to review a content? Sorry, I'm cutting you off right now, but if I'm gonna do a review of a game, right? That's a critical review where I explain to somebody, yes, this review is going to get this specific score, and this is why you need to buy this game or not buy this game. If I cannot do this correctly because YouTube wants to have their system or not stops me from making my little, even if it's only $1, I want my freaking dollar on that video. If it was like you only could make videos that the developers approved, everything would get tens.
Even the sucky ass games.
Yeah, even the Sonic game. Think about if people like Adam Savage, big channels were only not able to do reviews in the way they do reviews and, do their high quality productions. They have really expensive computers. If they weren't able to do those reviews the way they do the reviews and everything fell to like the game companies putting out their own version of reviews or paying for reviews, it's all going to be skewed to the wrong direction.
Yeah, everything looks good. Every game is good.
Think about the situation, right? Like we said, you're not an affiliate, right?
Yeah.
We had a situation where I put up a video with Assassin's Creed Black Flag for the PC, right? I freaking spazzed on the connection issue on the PC, right?
Yeah.
That was my pure and simple opinion. I basically said nobody should buy the PC version if they do not fix this connection issue, right? But I can imagine if I can't, produce videos like that, it may not be the biggest issue because I'm not making much money off of this. But if a big channel like Total Biscuit that has millions of videos, right now he's okay, but Angry Joe Gamer, he's having issues, so I'll use him. If he can't tell you about the issues because he can't take the time out of his day job to make this video, then you guys are going to be left out. 1,000 people may not see my video, but I guarantee you 100,000 people see every single video that Joe Gamer puts out, right? Yeah. And not being able to have those big YouTubers is going to really suck. and it's gonna be not really big. It's either gonna be the colossal Total Biscuits, the Revision 3 channels, the IGN channels, the Machinima channels, all those channels that are what's the difference? Is affiliate and managed. Yeah, you're just gonna see managed channels, and then the little small channels like myself that do this for the passion. There won't be no medium tier channels, the people that leave their jobs anymore. If every time they upload a video, they're gonna have to wait 3 days to a week to get it monetized. You can't feed your kids on stuff like that.
It's already hard enough to monetize a video even before this.
Yeah.
And now it just makes it even twice as hard.
YouTube needs to really explain the situation. They need to get a policy specific for games. And they're talking about how if you even put like 10 seconds of a music video in there, and let's say you use 10 seconds of Miley Cyrus's like Wrecking Ball song, and you're playing Dance Central, whatever game it might be, and whatever company owns Miley Cyrus music, now they get the money. Even though you have an hour-long gameplay video, shouldn't they just at least get maybe like 10 seconds or a minute or a portion? Why should all the revenue go to a company when you put in all the effort,
They can share it.
Yeah, they can share it. That would at least be a compromise. This email doesn't explain shit. I don't know, guys. We're just talking right now. They want you to understand copyright claims and copyright systems, guys. I've been to the website. We've read it. We understand it. I have over 1,500 videos on my channel. And since these changes have happened, I've only had one copyright issue, and I've taken care of it, and that was the Gran Turismo bullshit. But still, YouTube's not explaining to us why some fake companies that call themselves Valve and all the kind of companies can claim your video, make money. It could be one thing if Sony came to me and be like, yeah, you know what? We don't want you making money off that Gran Turismo video. I'll be like, okay, understand. If Ubisoft came to you, oh yeah, Ubisoft. Remember we used to have a lot of problem upload Ubisoft? We didn't find out it was the music because some company that Ubisoft worked with
did the copyright.
Exactly, and while Ubisoft is now telling us, no, all the Ubisoft videos you have up is perfectly fine. What I think is dangerous, this is to encourage you to join the MCN as a little guy. Why would you join a partnership if you know they're not going to be protecting you?
This would be the same thing. Like if I was by myself, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I joined a partnership a month ago, and nothing wrong with my partnership. I meet some great guys there. I talk to a lot of people in the TGN network, but right now it doesn't seem like it's going to be much of an advantage to me because it's not going to change much. It's just the fact that I already understand, and me and you already understand how this copyrighted stuff works for a long time because we've been following YouTube for a very long time, that we could be okay with it. But there's people out there with 1 million subscribers, 1 million, million hits who just never dealt with this shit because they got big so fast before all this stuff became a problem that they're just first time dealing with this.
Yeah.
And I do not want to see any of those channels go away. I do not want there to be stop being more gaming content on YouTube. I don't want there to be stop being more parodies on YouTube. Think about it, if you can't do parody videos, if you can't use portions of songs. A lot of people put a lot of hard work making their videos. And that's what I don't understand that YouTube doesn't realize. As much as we want to say like, oh, you shouldn't get paid for using somebody else's content, doing a little 10-minute Assassin's Creed video, bro, you take some hours editing if you want it to be good.
Yeah, if you want the video to come out good, it takes a long time to edit all those videos however you want it, make it all nice and stuff.
Yeah. Even the crappiest YouTube videos, if it's edited even a little, trust me, guys, it takes a lot more work than you realize, guys. The top 10 games of 2013 video that I put out, I put a lot of work into that video, more than you guys probably even realize, guys. Even with only 200 views on that video, and 200 views means I'm making no money at all, I put well over like 3 hours worth of editing in that video just because I wanted it to come out the way I wanted it. And that takes work and effort. Now, if you think about somebody like Angry Joe Gamer who's going to do this for a living, he needs to see some return on his time. Yeah, you can't quit your job and do this every day.
You can't work for free.
You can't work for free, That's all I got to say, guys. Be here with
Joe.
Go check out his channel, man. He's an upcoming YouTuber. He's doing a lot of Assassin's Creed montages, cool Assassin's Creed content. We're just sharing your opinion. Sorry for the rant. We just wanted to let you guys know that YouTube's not addressing all the content complaints. Basically, if you're getting false claims from false company, telling us that we have to turn down the background music in our games. What about for reviews? You shouldn't have to turn down the background music. What if they're trying to explain that the music sucks? What if they use some stupid dubstep song or some stupid electronic song or stupid hip hop song, and you would say like, "Oh man, this song really sucks."
It sucks.
You can't even display that song in your review because they're gonna give you a content, match. And remember, guys, it's not just about making money. If you get enough content matches and what's called fighting them, If you fight them wrong, you could actually get content strikes, which could end up banning your channel. I'm not saying
It's three. It's just three.
it's just three.
3 strikes, you're done.
3 strikes, you're done, guys. 3 strikes, you are done. And remember, with people having thousands of videos on their channel, 3 strikes can come pretty damn quick, guys. And that 3 strike thing doesn't even make sense.
No, that's too little.
Like, they expect people to have tons of videos, but 3 strikes? I never even thought about it, but I guess this is a situation that, you know, it's happening. I already seen a few big YouTubers already leaving YouTube and going to their own website. Not everybody's gonna be able to do that. I'm not saying that YouTube should die. I love YouTube. That's why I'm here passionately making these videos. But we're gonna be out of here because if I stay here, we're gonna be talking for a pretty long time, guys. Till next time, like and subscribe. Peace out, guys.